Hello everyone, welcome to this video. So today I'm going to explain you to how you can port your existing decentralized application which works on Ethereum network to Nervos Polyjuice network. Alright, let's first try to understand what we are actually going to do. So we have an existing decentralized application which works on Ethereum network, and we want to get this application and put it to the Nervos network. So, but how we are going to do this? So to understand these steps, we have to first understand the important layer 2 solutions of Nervos network. So we have Godwoken. What is Godwoken? Godwoken is a layer 2 rollup framework for use with the Nervos CKB layer 1 blockchain. When combined with Ethereum compatible Polyjuice framework, you can run your Solidity contracts on Nervos layer 2. But what is Polyjuice? So Polyjuice is an Ethereum compatible execution environment. So if after you deploy your contract on Polyjuice network, so you will be able to run your application on Nervos blockchain. So the first step that we want to do is setting up our Metamask with Godwoken RPC configuration. So we are going to work with Godwoken Testnet. So let's do this first. Alright, so to configure Metamask to work with Godwoken RPC, I'm going to open my Metamask. So I'm going to choose network tabs and custom RPC. So this is the RPC URL for the custom network, and you can name it like Godwoken Testnet, and the chain ID for this testnet is 71393. So you can also use these, you can leave that empty. Since I already configured my Godwoken testnet, I see this configuration, so you can put this information and configure your testnet. I will put these information to the video description. Alright, so in this step we are going to deploy our smart contract to the Polyjuice network. So first of all, I want to explain you to our project structure. As you can see, we have our contracts folder, and we have a simple contract which works on Ethereum blockchain right now, and this is our UI folder. So the first step is I'm gonna get all the contract here, and I will head over to this working environment. So this environment comes from Nervos itself. It helps us to deploy our smart contract on Polyjuice network. So if you go to index.js folder, so you will see the details, and what this is going to do is that we are going to put our Ethereum private key here, and we are going to run this file, and this will deploy our smart contract to the Nervos blockchain network. So to do that, I will put my Ethereum private key here, and I will need to edit this contracts folder. As you can see, we have to put our smart contract here. So I'm gonna rename this as social network because this is our smart contract name, and I will go into this and I will paste all my smart contract here. So I have my smart contract right now, and so in the project root folder I will open up my terminal. As you can see, I'm on the deploy contract project. I'm gonna first compile this, so I will say npm run compile. This will compile and generate a JSON file to deploy our contract. Alright, then we successfully compiled our smart contract. So right now we are ready to deploy our smart contract to Polyjuice network. Alright then, so let's deploy this contract. So I put my Ethereum private to the index.js file, so I have to run it with this social network.json, and may make it bigger so you can see it easily. So I'm going to run this command. Alright then, we deployed our smart contract to Polyjuice network like we are doing with Ethereum network. So what we need to do is getting this smart contract address, because in our decentralized application we are going to interact with the contract that is deployed on Polyjuice. So I'm gonna copy my deploy contract address, and I will open up my VS Code and I will put it this contract address here. Alright then, so the next step is we need to install Polyjuice dependencies. Alright then, so first thing we need to do is installing our Polyjuice dependencies to interact with Web3. We have two dependencies here: Polyjuice provider Web3 and Godwoken integration. So the first dependency is a custom Polyjuice Web3 provider. It's required for interaction with Nervos layer 2 smart contract. And the second one is a tool that can generate Polyjuice address based on your Ethereum address. You might be required to use your Polyjuice address if you store values in your smart contract. So go to the project folder and install these dependencies. After installing these dependencies, we can configure our Web3 to interact with Polyjuice. So to achieve this, I'm gonna head over to my project. So if you look at the source folder, you will see we have some helpers here. So first of all, we have created this wrapper class to wrap our smart. You can see instead of using address, I put my deployed contract address. This is the previously generated contract address, but you can put your newly generated contract address, and you can see that we are wrapping some Web3 functionalities here. So after that, we can go to our application file and we can see how we are configuring Polyjuice. So as you can see, we have our configuration details and we are keeping them here. So you need these configurations to interact with Polyjuice network. We have config.typescript file and we are keeping these three variables here: Web3 provider URL, this is the URL that we are going to interact with, and we have also rollup type hash and Ethereum account block code hash. We need them. So after that, we can see how we are initializing Web3. As a provider, we are using Polyjuice HTTP provider, which comes from the dependency that we installed, and we are initializing our Web3 using this Polyjuice provider and these configuration settings. All right, everyone. So we configured our Polyjuice network to work with Web3. So I'm going to generate files, install dependencies for this project, and we will see the end result. For do this, you have to first run yarn command to install dependencies for this project. After running this command, you can run this yarn build command. It's going to build some TypeScript files, smart contract TypeScript files, and it's also going to generate our JSON file to interact with our contract. And the last comment is Yarn UI. We are starting our application on web server. Let's head over to our smart contract. As you can see in this wrapper folder, we are importing social network.json file, which was generated with the yarn build command, and we are actually configuring our smart contract. So let's head over to browser and see how our application works. Alright, we have a working application on Godwoken Testnet. As you can see, I'm on localhost 3000 port 3000, and you can see my Ethereum address as well as the equal of this Ethereum address, Polyjuice address. So what we can do here is that we can write some ideas, get some random ideas, or get by ID. Right now we have 11 published ideas, so let's try to get random idea from our network. As you can see, it's loading, so let's see if we are going to successful to see. Alright then, successfully read new idea. It says this is the idea author and this is the idea. So let's try to create a new idea. This is the idea that is created for education purpose. So I will say share this idea. When you click this share, Metamask will pop up and say you to sign this. So I will say okay, and this, and I'm signing this. So we have to wait until transaction has been confirmed. Let's see on the console. Alright, it says your idea successfully shared with Nervos network. As you can see, our idea became 12, so I can also search idea by ID. So let's try to find this ID. Alright, it says this is the idea that is created for education purpose. So we successfully converted our Ethereum address to the Polyjuice, and let me also show you how we are generating this Polyjuice address. So as you can see, we have this address translator which comes from the Nervos Godwoken integration package that we already installed. You can generate your Polyjuice address using this package and this address translator class. As you can see, we are setting our Polyjuice address like this. Alright everyone, congratulations! We have successfully deployed our Ethereum decentralized application to Polyjuice network. So I'm gonna summarize all this process and you will see that it's actually the easy process to do. So we had our existing decentralized application which was working on Ethereum network. So first thing, of course, we also set up our Metamask. After that, you need to deploy your contract on Polyjuice network and get your contract address to interact with it. And after that, configure your Web3 to work with Polyjuice as we did on the application Web3 configuration. And that's it, guys. You deployed your decentralized application to Nervos blockchain, and congratulations. Thanks for listening me. Have a good day.